Casey was really artistic and funny and shy and not competitive at all. She was very princess-like, very kind and compassionate to other people. Everybody would tell her their problems. She would do really thoughtful things, like for every birthday she would make me a little special gift, and she would have tea parties for her girlfriends, and she would make name tags, and she was just very sweet and thoughtful and very strong in her beliefs. She was sweet. I think sweet would be a good description of her. He had guns and police batons and all that stuff, handcuffs, everything. And he had this history of behavior where he was pulling people over, and he was pretending to be bail bondsman and police officer. I am really good friends with two women from Denver who, one's daughter was killed in Columbine, and the other one's son was murdered on his front porch on graduation night by random gangsters. And we spent a weekend up in the Broadmoor, and I said, but to both of them, I said, you know, I don't know what to do. I have this opportunity to meet with this family. Do you think I should? I mean, the one for what the daughter from Columbine said, I'm not allowed to meet with the other family. By law, I signed a deposition that I wouldn't bother them. She goes, I would give anything to sit down with one of those mothers and find out why. I really wanted her to see who he killed. I wanted her to see who he took, that she was so valuable to all of us. And I needed her to see that and feel that. Against all opposition from my family, and mostly because they didn't understand, you know, I decided to meet with them, and we all sat down and at my house with his mother, Jason's mother, and his brother, and my husband and I. We sat down and we just kind of, they were skeptical and we were skeptical, and we just hugged and cried and cried and hugged and cried some more. And then I just said, well, what was it like for you? And then she talked, you know, mine felt like exploding, hers felt like imploding. You know, we both had the same thing. And she talked about how awful it was, and how she just didn't understand how she could raise, in a Christian home, raise two children and they turn out too differently, and how she couldn't look at his pictures from when he was little, and yet she loved him, and you know, and she just was struggling like I was struggling, only on the other side of it, you know. For me, the restorative justice is his family has totally validated my loss and helped me heal. And what healed me is knowing that if we work together, we can prevent this from happening to somebody else, or we can help another family who really need to get together like we did so that they can get healed. And most of it's about answering my questions. You know, like, what happened? How did he go from being in Christian schools to murdering my daughter? Somebody draw the line there. Somebody take me through that. You know, the courts won't take you through that. You know, that's something the court doesn't do. They put him in jail. Great, he's in jail. He's not going to hurt anybody else. But what about all of us who are grieving and lost and questioning our faith and all of that? You know, even for his family too, the same with them. You know, you can't just keep, some people don't have the money to pay for all that therapy. But you know, boy, if you can work together and help each other get through it, it's free. It's free and it works. I think the system needs to change. I think this should be offered on every level of crime, because I think we'd be a better society. We have a punitive justice system. Restorative is what we need to have, because restorative includes everyone. Punitive just includes the person who offended. I'll tell you what, restorative justice isn't for the weak. It's not for the pansies. I mean, it's a tough thing to go through. It's much easier to hate and close yourself off. It's much easier. This has been a tough project for me to get healed. It destroys you physically, it destroys you spiritually, it destroys you emotionally. The anger and the hate is just the bitterness will kill you, and it steals your life. The other way, the restorative justice way, the healing way, is difficult, but the end reward is peaceful. Physically, you're healthier. Your relationships with your children and your loved ones are healthier. You don't lose your marriage. You're able to laugh again and enjoy life again and have hope again.